Oh, there we go. Hello, everyone. Welcome back. Hey, guys. Liquid giving us a little bit of a scare there. 11-4. We know how those halves can turn out today for Team Liquid. But ultimately, they get it done on Mirage, which leads us to our next map of the series. Halvor here and myself will be your commentator. So let's begin to talk about this one.
Yeah, going into Nuke, obviously that's where we got to see the crumbling of Liquid.
True.
The evaporation that was that CT side. I'm expecting a little bit of a different story arc for this one.
Okay.
I will say we did see Liquid actually following through on both sides on Mirage. Albeit, I guess, in terms of relative strengths for both teams, there's a bigger gap there between Liquid and NoChance than what it would be on Nuke. But even still, Liquid should be perfectly fine to deal with this. Again, we're expecting them to kind of roll through this part of the group stage, get into the brackets without too much of an issue. And still be, in contention for that Cologne spot.
Well, the real thing here is this, that they started T-side last time. That's what got them 11 rounds on the board. First game of the day, perhaps that played into it as well. But if they're going to start in T-side here, is that going to spell woes over on their CT sides again? Are they going to start with CT, maybe even start in a hole? It seemed to be that was where their problems were.
Yeah, no, I'd imagine that they're not really too faced whether or not they start T or CT, really. When it comes down to it, I think more of a just like not having a mental lapse midway through the game is going to be what goes into it. Because it seemed like they had such an easy time in their first half versus Spirit, right? You saw Stewie more or less running wherever you wanted on the map, finding opening frags and setting up Liquid for success. And over on the CT side, we did see some pretty brazen peaks from Stewie himself every now and again. And just, I guess, lack of communication, stuff that you don't normally see out of a top-tier team that the Liquid is. So I would imagine that to be, I guess, eliminated from now on. Adrenaline probably have had some stern words to share with the five guys. And, yeah, I'm expecting a bit of a cleaner game from their end, but I do think no chance or no slouches on a map like Nuke either.
Would be very curious to hear some stern words from Adren. It would be a very interesting idea. I'm
It doesn't
seem
like the type, right?
No, but I mean, I guess when you step into a coaching role this large, like this, to this grandeur, you kind of have to. You don't have a choice. And then, obviously, they've picked this coach as someone that they can respect and kind of look up to. Former Liquid player himself, having played alongside of some of these guys. You would think that would play into it. Stern words. Perhaps. We'll never know. We can only speculate. Again, there have been a lot of questions about the ping of Team Liquid. They are not playing from America. They are playing from Malta, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah. So their ping is fine. Relax.
No excuses, right?
No excuses. None whatsoever. But here we are ready to get into the second map. The third being Dust 2, I believe. That is our decider.
Yes, correct.
So should we somehow get that far, it's possible. I mean, it's not like Liquid are unbeatable on this map, as we've seen earlier. In case you didn't know,
definitely so.
It was Liquid that got spanked around there on their second half on their CT side from that of Spirit. They lost an 11-4 lead in overtime. A boo-boo face day. You could actually just kind of put it that simply.
If you're a Liquid fan. If you're a Spirit fan, then probably not as much, until you ran into Sprout later on.
Yeah, and then Sprout kind of did what they had to do and took care of that with ease. Now, elimination matchup, loser of this is out of the running for going to ESL ONE Colonge this year. This is the GG.Bet Cologne Invitational, in case you have been living under the rock, in case you think the world is flat, in case you think no one ever went to the moon, and just in case, never mind, I'm going to get myself there.
Yeah, I was about to say, like, where are you going with this? Where's the top off?
Don't really think I should push that envelope too much.
No, just leave it where it is.
There was a guy, I think there's a guy in the server that actually thought that the world was flat. Now
you're going back into that?
Oh, my God. Anyway,
well,
there he is. Speaking of the devil himself, Naf takes him out, and that's just going to be the end of that. Dooley's in Crystal's hands with an HE to help, but it's not going to matter. Elige with the P250, and they are feeling it right now. Liquid starting on the T side, and they're able to get these frags with relative ease. Stiko finding something. Will it be enough?
Seems to be about the same tempo as we saw versus Spirit, at least.
Oh, boy. Oh, no.
Ooh. How does Zen actually find two there?
How he stays alive is beyond me, but it's Stiko at the door. As soon as he opens it, that's going to be the comm that comes in there. Knows he has to kind of aggress this player. Didn't figure out where the guy in Raptors was until it was too late. He showed face, and then it was taken away from him, quite literally. Liquid winning round one on their T side in the second half. I'm going to hit the lights, and we're going to ride this one out, Halvor.
Disco lights on. Shame you can't see that.
Yo, do you have, you ever heard of Philips Hue?
Yeah.
Yo, those things are so cool.
Dude, I have the IKEA version of those.
Okay.
Yeah, no, it's pretty cool. Then again, I don't like the rest of my apartment isn't exactly smart, so I just have like 3 light bulbs that kind of go on a bit of a show every now and again.
So I have Philips Hue lights all over my room in Florida, right?
Damn.
And
getting fancy. Those cost a fair bit.
Well, listen, man, it's a grind out here, okay? It's the little things. But I have a programmer buddy that is trying to sync it up with the bomb and all that
timer
in game.
thing?
Yeah.
Oh, damn.
But it already does it so that when there's a flashbang in game, the whole room just lights up. It's kind of a bit much. I have to turn it off after a game.
Wouldn't that be
it's a little much.
Against, wouldn't that just make everything worse for you?
Yeah, I mean, it really is over the top, overkill.
Yeah, not the competitive advantage you were looking for.
Like, imagine if I had a massive speaker system in there, too, and then someone's walking by the window, and what the hell is going on in there?
Imagine if they started, like, installing those light bulbs in the booths at tournaments.
Yeah, and then everybody, it'd be like the old, they used to do the, I don't even know if we can say it, but it'd be like Omen, you know?
Oh, right, yeah.
Yeah, those were pretty intense sort of scenarios. Nonetheless, it is now Liquid, 1 up, having won the pistol, and a little bit of a purchase here over on the side of NoChance, being a scout, and some shotguns, Nova and a mag.
Oh, is that a little bit late to react there on the jump from Liege? Back to 4v4, and as I say that, majority of NoChance disappear.
Yes, easy as that. It's going to be Thomas and Crystal here to try to rein it back. It's just not going to happen. Krieg prevails over the Mac. And then Eli's going to drive by with himself on a Crystal.
Nearly a payday for Thomas there. But you're down to 5 HP. So curious to see if Liquid are going to try to maintain the same kind of tempo as they did versus Spirit on the G side. Because to be fair, it did work pretty nicely for them. Didn't really seem like Spirit had much of an idea as to what was going on. Stewie just kept showing up in random places. And if it wasn't him, then Eli's and Twists kind of chimed in.
Yep.
So we'll see.
5 nades.
Oh, okay, I like this.
Fee-fi, fo-fum.
Get ye bum ass out of here.
Yeah, man, basically. 5 grenades. They're going to try to toss them outside. Thomas actually does find something, but it's Elige with the mop-up. 3 Mac 10 kills. Get himself considerable bank. He's going to have to back off and reload.
It's pretty nice damage done, though, by NoChance. 2 USB hits into the body. That should be enough to take out both Elige and Stewie. Could work with something off of that. Pick up a weapon, find one of them isolated potentially. Instead, it's going to be Naf to isolate Thomas. Crystal might not have too much of a hope of doing much in this round.
And now he's made his presence known. And that's the end of that. Crystal gets taken out with ease, and it's going to be Naf that does it to him. So a lot of money farmed in that round for Team Liquid. Elise sitting on 8,900. My goodness.
Naf picking up the USP with the optic stickers on it.
Interesting idea you got there.
Just not trying to foreshadow anything, but you know.
Yeah, that would be an interesting idea.
Just like, guys, sorry, I'm gonna leave Liquid. Gonna join Optic. It's like, P.S. Optic don't have a CS team anymore. It's like, that's fine.
That's a real awkward one. Real spicy meatball above our pay grade. But 4 AUGs, 1 M4 for Liquid.
Nitro doing the same thing Stewie kept on trying. In the first nuke match that they had, down into vent he goes. It does put Thomas at a bit of an awkward spot where he needs to be careful about potential backstab. Crystal, ooh, I'm liking this. This is super aggressive.
Yeah, he's got a lot of information. Can he hear them outside is going to be the real question. Thomas set up in secret. This is a pretty good setup, all things considered, for NoChance. And this is the round they want to do it. They have bought up into this one in a big way, and rightfully so. It's 2-2K with the trade onto Thomas. Now on a 4v4 in, taking a little bit of damage, but this flank from Crystal is losing its lacquer right now. It actually doesn't do much. He's kind of taken too much time there, and now they've been able to pass through into secret. Nitro holding the vent drop, so we'll see how this one pans out. The lower sights for the taking now with these guys, but that read has to be there by NoChance.
Yeah, there's no reason why they would think anything any otherwise, right?
Right. They've cleared lobby. They've pushed
behind.
outside. Crystal has pushed all the way through. They've basically got him cordoned right now, contained within the lower sight.
He's been so slow, though. And he's going to walk into his death. That was very, well, uneventful. Twist and Stewie going to combine. Twist actually takes out Naf as well. Stico left to his lonesome. 1v2. Make that a 1v1. Ooh!
Oh, dear. Stico getting it done. You couldn't have seen it coming if it was on the side of the truck that just hit Liquid.
Stico tractor.
Stico tractor. First round on the board there for NoChance, and they needed it.
Yeah, what a way to do it. I mean, everything looked so so great for them. Thomas finds the opening kill. I think he makes a mistake in actually going wide after he picks up the first one. Just needs to buy time, really, for Crystal to be able to complete that backstab. Because he dies early, that gives an avenue for Team Liquid to actually get down into Secret while the smokes are still up. That's why Crystal misses the timing. And ooh, that's the second time we've seen Liquid mess that up.
Stewie2K running through Squeaky and getting punished for it right away. There's already a Molotov in place, and Zen is going to find 2 before he's eventually traded out by Elige. Nitro getting involved, 3 versus 3 now. And Stiko having pushed Ramp Room. Again, they have full lobby control a little bit earlier in the round. Ton of information to be had there. And a big headshot by Elige to take down Stiko. 2 versus 3. Coming up through the vents is Makalele with a quickness. He's able to do it with MP9 on the Nitro, leaving in now a 2 versus 2 with the bomb planted. Grenades are going to fly, and it's going to be Naf who has to fight Thomas. He knows where he's at, finds him with a really good angle, and fly he will.
And NoChance had pretty, ideal scenario there for them to actually claw that one back. Sen being able to find 2 in a pretty dire situation where he probably shouldn't even have been able to get 1. Just gives them a lot of time, whittles the number of Liquid, quick flank, as you mentioned, from Ramp, from Stiko. Just Elige being at the right place at the right time to save it for Liquid. That's a rough one for NoChance. Back to an eco. Crystal did find success the first time around. He bought a scout. Just find the tag on Stewie as well. He's going to have to back off from Silo.
Yeah, they've kind of pushed the envelope out there. He's going to reposition himself, try to help out with Nitro in the outside area. They need to be weary of this sort of lobby play that NoChance keep doing. They keep pushing up. They keep getting all that information. Eventually, that will catch up with them. Eventually, Liquid will have to punish that. But for the time being, they'll fight outside instead.
Send to go down. They probably have an idea that Crystal should still be somewhere near.
What about Thomas?
I might not be expecting the Brit.
Okay.
Nap had an idea.
Yeah, Nap had an idea. Nitro had a better one. Just makes it 5-1 for Team Liquid.
Just to end them all. Oh, we've seen this story. It's not quite the same tempo as we saw versus Spirit, but Liquid is still looking pretty solid on their T side up to this point. I guess in all fairness, NoChance haven't had too many weapon rounds to speak up. It's going to be a second one out now, and it's not an ideal one either. You see Thomas opting for that AUG, lacking in utility. MP9 on Crystal, Famas on Stiko. Once again, down the vents we go.
Real quick with it. And he has to have heard that, right?
Yeah,
they had to have known. They had to have seen it. They had everything right there. They have to know that Naf is in lower. Now, what will Naf do right now, or what wouldn't he do, rather? You just wait back, you know. Does he have that forward positioning? Someone brought it up earlier. Liquid got a taste of this from Vitality. It's Summit, beyond the Summit, and now it looks like they've kind of incorporated it. So
puts a lot of pressure on the players playing the extremities of the map on the CT side, right? Like if you're a ramp player, do you dare to go down, or do you, potentially run into an angle that NAF is holding waiting for you? Or
well, you're opened up now to so many other angles.
Yeah.
Right? You have to worry about lower. You have to worry about the ramp push. You actually have to be cognizant of all of that, and it's going to be Thomas that really does get the lesser of the deal. So does Crystal. Makalele and Zen left with AUGs. One kit between the two of them, Molotov and Smoke, 2 flashes. But where will they go to make a difference is the real question. Makalele can't seem to land the shots he needs to with that AUG. And now Zen. We've seen some things from him, but we'll see what he can do here. Probably just back off. Yeah, he's going to go ahead and save towards T-spawn. A 6th round on the board for Liquid with 5 alive.
Yeah, money's starting to look good on the side of Liquid. I mean, this also sends NoChance into a save round, so Liquid are going to have more ample opportunity to stack up that cash. Racks on racks on racks.
Racks on racks on racks. Stacks on stacks on stacks. Okay, sorry. A little carried away there. Any hip-hop fans out there? Any rap fans? And I'm not talking that mumble crap. I'm talking about real deal hip-hop, Halvor. 6-1 for Liquid. Whoa.
There you go. Catch you off guard every now and again. Skirt, skirt.
Add that to the list of ad-libs.
There we have it. So far, seemingly business as usual for Team Liquid. NoChance haven't really gotten into the groove of things. Had a couple of chances, obviously, with the aggression here and there. Stiko and Crystal having aggressive pushes around the map to give them optimal or pretty decent opportunities of converting rounds.
Okay, big nades, yeah. Real big nades here in what was only the AUG that they were able to retain from the last round. NoChance had to do something strange, and right there it's paid off a little bit. Stewie 2K down to 19 HP, Elige on 60. Given outside as a whole, Makalele thinking he's invisible. Yeah. Apparently thought he had his sunglasses on, but not this time, Makalele.
Harry Potter cape.
He's got the cloak of invisibility. Or not, really.
In any case, it's going to give Liquid a lot of room to work with out here. One player already on top of the outside of Hut. Twist holding off, well, trying to hold off Lobby.
Pulling out that Molotov was not the play.
We've seen a few of those today.
Yes, we have. They put it out. They skate on out to the bomb site, and what was a rather cheap round there for NoChance. They were able to chip away a lot of damage on the Liquid early on. Unfortunately, not a whole lot that they could do with it outside of that.
Yeah, okay, so I don't know how your skin knowledge is as we go into a bit of a pause. I'm assuming it's a tactical on the side of NoChance. Look at the skin on Nitro. Like, even the scope is skinned out. Is that normal?
You talking about that alligator Gucci skin he's got?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I guess.
Does all the Krieg skins have the scope kitted out as well?
I'm not entirely sure, to be honest. But
I feel like that's not a normal thing.
Not that much of a skin connoisseur. So
yeah?
Yeah, I mean, it's very possible.
Do you know what those who are skin connoisseurs might do?
What?
They might head over to csgo.net and use the code Cologne, COLOGNE, all caps, to get 30% more to their balance and, yeah, probably win some cool skins.
Yeah, probably.
You'd hope so.
Of course, an official partner there of Maincast and GG.Bet Cologne Invitational. Let's check them out. An elimination matchup on our hands, and Liquid already map up and already 7 rounds up. 6 the difference. NoChance sitting on 1. The pause was stopped, now it's back. So we'll see how this goes.
Well, see if NoChance have figured out what they can do to fight back. And again, it's going to be another round where they don't really have all kinds of utility. Makalele does have an op this time around. It's the first time so far this half. Stico will be able to buy up, but it's not going to have full utility with that. Unless, I guess it could go the route of having Crystal drop Mag 7, that kind of thing, and then you'll have full utility, but obviously there's a limited amount of usage to that kind of a weapon depending on where they go, right?
Right.
If they come out door, great. You're loving life. All of a sudden they rotated somewhere else and you're not feeling too great about the situation.
Well, live has been restored. We are back into the game. The pause now concluded with 10 seconds of freeze time. Just rounding up what they can is going to be NoChance, and one of those being an op alongside the 4 AUGs. Some utility too. So they'll be able to put up quite a bit of a fight here in this round, but will they? Still 6-round difference between the two, and Liquid heavy-handed on their T side. We've seen what they did to it earlier. What they do on their CT side. Elige catching all the grenades, down to 20 HP. And this is going quite well so far there for the side of NoChance.
Yeah, solid start there. Finally getting a man advantage. Not sure if they are expecting Nitro to be as far forward as he is. He's actually going to sneak down into the vents. And he's done that quietly as well. So there's no real reason for them to expect that kind of stuff from Liquid necessarily. So Makalele might have a bit of an issue in due time. We'll see. Actually, no, he's making his way up secret here. So there's going to be someone else in for a rude awakening. That's Zen. Oh, yeah. Nitro being cool, calm, and collected.
That he is.
Just going to leave him be for the time being.
Very sneaky stuff right there. Pucker factor 100. It's going to be Nitro that's able to skate through. If he can get into heaven right here, that's going to open the doorway. That's going to give all the opportunity for the side of Liquid. Again, a great round here for NoChance in terms of buying, in terms of weaponry, in terms of what they're capable of doing.
Zen
Nitro
feels so
just
safe.
He's just all over him, man. He has worked his way all the way up to heaven. He doesn't look to be slowing down any time. There it is, the knife kill imminent. Oh no! The timing did not go in his favor. Welcome to Counter-Strike Global Offensive. That is just about the way it goes. Stico and Makalele here trying to put an end to this round and what could have just been the end of it right there. Somehow Stico staying alive, but not for long. 8 on the board. That could have been a totally different round overall.
Damn. The patience to walk the entire path, just leaving Sen to his own devices. Thinking, like, feeling good about yourself, right?
Yeah, that was, oh my goodness.
Yeah, that feels about as good as the odds NoChance have right now.
Yeah, brought to you by GG.Bet.
Yeah, 10-1 as it stands right now, and I can't really fault them.
Not at all.
Well then, Team Liquid on with the Rampage they go. Bit of a misc buy here and from NoChance as well. Up on Sticko, decided that it's his time to shine, I suppose. Thomas with the Alligator.
Really reaching for the fences there. Luckily, Naf's able to trade out, avenge Nitro's death. He's doing his own little thing there on Makalele. But Crystal on top of the vent, he has been able to sort of stop any sort of squeaky to vent drop that Liquid has been exploiting quite a bit.
Yeah, and I don't think Liquid are going to be expecting an op out of Sticko. I'm not really sure if he's fired it off from that ramp area just yet, but could catch them off guard. And we just talked about the squeaky door. It's been left open for the time being by Crystal. That might actually be the downfall of NoChance here. Timing is going to be everything. Ooh, spots one out.
They're set up in tandem to hold this upper site. They're going to spot that other player coming through Mini. Using the Molotov, he will. Then he's going to pull this player out of the hut. Right now, leaving Crystal right there in the bomb site by himself. Sticko with the AWP. Would not be surprised if he does elect to save here. No armor. No kit. Does have a smoke.
Smoke defuse, 10 seconds. Let's go. Are you a believer?
No. Absolutely not.
Can't
not
sell you on
Sticko,
that.
But just because the overwhelming odds. We still haven't gotten to 11-4 yet. Now, you do have a second half like that. Maybe.
Yeah.
I'd say there's more of a chance, oddly enough.
Yeah. Does require NoChance to start getting some rounds on the board, though. I mean, they will hold on to an op, but with the way Liquid are playing as well, it's hard to see where you're going to get a lot of mileage out of your op on the CT side, too, because Liquid are dropping vents a lot. If they're going towards yard, it's usually behind a wall of smoke, that kind of a thing. So, and they don't really seem to fancy any sort of ramp pressure, just straight up.
Right. Well, earlier on in the half, I mean, we got to watch NoChance push up in the lobby from ramp 2-3 times.
Uncontested. So, yeah, hard to see where that's going to find traction. We'll see, though. Liquid just mulling along. Twist, surprisingly, at 1 frag. And as you can see, for those who were worried about the pings, average of 45 ping on the side of Liquid. It's definitely playable. So there's nothing in the way of that, at least. And speaking of that quick tempo, here we go. Elige out into the upper bomb side. Actually going to swing out through main. All right.
But will they know he's here? How this it just keeps happening for Liquid. Ships in the night here.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, the rest of Liquid melting that of NoChance. They're able to find something, but it's just Thomas now. And all of that work from Elige to work his way out Mini.
Yeah.
It's just toying with him. Like, hey, Jude, you're a little late to the party.
Yeah. Where'd you go? I swear, if I try to do something like that in any sort of pickup game ever, I would just be dead 13 seconds ahead of time.
Immediately. Wouldn't even got out the door.
Yeah. Spanned by 3 people.
Yep. Molotovs, nades.
All the things.
Throw a flash in there, too. Why not? Pause coming out. You've got to understand that it's probably about that time for NoChance to call one, considering what's going on currently with the opposition. 10-1.
Yeah, this is the second map as well. And as you pointed out, as we got into it, lose over this map, or, well, lose over this match, I should say. Liquid still have potentially 1 map to, I guess, cover on. But if they lose here, NoChance will be out of the GG.Bet Cologne Invitational.
Yes. It is very true.
Would be a bit of a rough end to other things. Obviously, they had quite the high yesterday by qualifying for the minors in Berlin. But as it stands now, Germany seems pretty far away.
That it does. Especially for NoChance.
You want some snacks?
Yeah, actually, it'd be kind of. I had some pretzels earlier. It's pretty nice.
Which one of these? Got some cookies there at the bottom.
I don't know. Those look like some classic chips in the sole right there. So
yeah.
perhaps throw
Is it
those
tortillas,
in there.
maybe?
Maybe in the top of that sour cream and onion. Probably
Yeah.
fire in the hole in those as well. Maybe shake the machine until they both come out. Who knows?
So Stewie's got an alligator and he's going on silo. Is he just dropping straight down into main?
I have a feeling this is about to get very spicy.
Thomas. Yeah.
All right. Well, that does catch up with him. He's only able to take out Thomas before McAlealy gets involved, and, well, that's going to be short-lived all on its own. Zen had the idea that someone was there, and he was absolutely right. It's Elige.
He's going to walk close. He has to be careful about that smoke disappearing.
All right.
And a wild Nitro appearing.
Nice, dude. You're a poet, and you didn't even know it.
We'll see if Stico's a bit of a magician to turn this 1v3 into a round for NoChance. Don't really have my hopes up.
Neither does he.
Yeah. Go for the simple wall bang.
Why not? Just start shooting the wall.
Yeah.
Eventually, maybe something will connect.
You know that, Wayne Gretzky saying?
You miss 100% of the shots you don't take.
Exactly.
You know, and it might have been you and I that were talking about this when we were in the Cloud9 house. Skadoodle had a poster of that above his computer in his room.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That is pretty.
It's just right above his PC, right above his monitor. You miss 100% of the shots you don't take.
I like that. I'm not going to get fancy with it. I'm not going to get a poster. I'm just going to have a Post-it note.
Yeah.
Slap it on my monitor.
Just kind of laminate it maybe if it's lucky.
Yeah.
If it starts,
yeah, if it starts working out, If I start landing shots through the walls all day.
Stico not taking any shots there or any chances as we look at 11-1 and the money dismal at best for NoChance.
Yeah, but they need to get rounds, right? Thomas seems pretty convinced by that at least. Crystal keeps going to these SMGs. I get the fact that he wants utility, that's completely fair, but he's ended up in so many situations where the utility hasn't necessarily netted him too much, and every weapon duel he takes, somebody on Liquid survives with like 8 HP.
Ouch.
Wow.
McAlealy getting silenced early on in the round. It's Elige with the AK headshot, and they're going to take ramp with Fury's pace. Pretty good flash there. It almost finds Thomas perfectly, but just a little shy of where it needed to be. Meanwhile, they're not shy at all. They've already shown so much face here in the B-bomb site, the lower site. It's completely theirs. Bomb not having been planted yet. They've actually kind of drawn this rotation from NoChance into them. It seems like they want to take a few fights before going for the plant, or they just don't feel comfortable with it. There we go. Bomb planted finally. Smokes are going to keep NoChance from aggressing towards that radio room, or that control room, rather.
Now we'll get to see, though, if Liquid can actually get past that 11-4 scoreline. Seems very likely at this point. Stico just constantly getting tagged down.
Oh, Nitro gifted the gift of flashbang. Handed it to him. He knew that third guy ran all the way through, and he's just looking at it from the top of ramp. What kind of sorcery is this?
Is he going to try to get a weapon or something?
Well, there's no way he's defusing, I can tell you that. So perhaps he tries to eliminate some of these guns, but for 5 alive, Liquid don't care. So much money in the bank. Crystal, what you drank?
Nothing.
Nothing at all.
It's not even having water.
Nah. It's a drought out here for NoChance. Not enough liquid.
I mean, might be too much liquid, actually.
Maybe
looking
too
at
much
it.
liquid.
Yeah. Dying of water poisoning right now.
Also known as drowning.
That too. Well, where do you go from there?
Just thinking about water poisoning. It was an interesting concept.
Yes. Wouldn't recommend it.
Nope. What is it? Forced something hydrolysis or something? I don't know. Anyway.
Something fancy, something Latin.
Ask James RL. He knows the answer to that. It's a smart dude. Shout out James RL if you're watching right now, buddy. In the meantime, Naf watching inside of the site, pretty easily able to get himself in there. And so is Nitro. They do just enough. Crystal pushing off into the hut, and that's going to get something, but having been mollied off, he smokes it. Tries to take the spam. This is looking a lot more like a round here for NoChance. 1v3, and barring anything theatrical from Nitro. Nope. 12-2. So we've already broken the threshold. I actually texted Stu in between the maps. And I said, how about we try something other than an 11-4 half?
Yeah, what do you say? It's like, F you.
I basically said, let's go for 12-3 this time. And it's looking like they might have answered the call, but it could actually end 13-2.
They might do you one better.
Yeah, they might do me one up, just as a high five, I guess.
I'll see how that pans out. Pretty much the best buy NoChance have had this entire half, it feels like. Michaelello, the only one who's a little bit scraped for cash. And Naf just seemingly not getting an F.
Yeah, Naf. Running out. Crystal also running out on his own agenda. He's got his own plans. And it's going to be that 12-3 I asked for, I suppose.
Yeah.
Elige in a 1v2 2 now.
Oh, look at the
down
HP.
Makalele very low. Thomas on 6, Crystal on 12. Takes the fight, swings around. Quite the shot there from Elige. With 4 bullets, he's going to have to connect on at least 1. That's all he's going to need, too. Very low of Crystal. 12 HP. He finds it. 13-2. Easy does it. Liquid in the driver's seat completely here.
Ouch.
This half never was in the favor of NoChance.
It really wasn't. This is without Twist doing anything this half. 3 kills.
Yikes.
Damn. I mean, yeah, utter destruction from Team Liquid. Not really a whole lot to say about it. And, you know, they stayed true to their initial game plan on the first bout of Nuke as well today.
The odds are looking good. The odds are looking real good. In fact, if you believe NoChance can somehow force Liquid here, it's 13-1 currently. So head over to GG.Bet.
Yeah, see if you can get lucky.
Yeah.
It's happened once today, but
I can't guarantee it will ever happen. We don't really know these things. We didn't read the script today. Kind of lacking, but
just kind of showed up.
Kind of showed up, and here we are.
Let's see, though. Yard presence from NoChance. And away we go.
Naf, one quick one. Can he land a second towards the player there going in secret? It'll be Elige that's able to kind of catch that other player off guard. So already a really good crossfire there. Meanwhile, in ramp room, it's Stiko and Makalele against the world here. And by the world, I'm talking about the 4 remaining members of Liquid. They have found their way onto the site. They'll probably get a plant. Liquid had no idea. Elige has no idea that they're out this far on the site just yet. So that will be a bomb plant. And that is a step in the right direction for NoChance. But, well,
bit of a drive-by.
Yeah, sometimes that step just not enough. Got to put the other foot in front of that one as well to keep walking. So
yeah.
14-2 for NoChance. Or excuse me, Liquid.
A little bit of a stumble there. Nitro with a nice 3K in that round. Also caps it off with a defuse. So Liquid, they avoid the scare of losing pistol and potentially allowing for NoChance to get on a bit of a roll here. Does also mean that we're going to see a 4 spy from the T side.
Might as well at this point.
Yeah, just throw every egg you have into one big basket.
So all jokes aside, when we look at NoChance, we know they've qualified for the minor.
Yep.
And we see the lineup right now performing, right? So how much of a run do we think that these guys can have at the Berlin major, or at least the minor system?
I do think the European minor is just so utterly stacked that it's disgusting. It could have been a major in itself almost. So it's hard to say, especially if they. I think this is not a, I guess, accurate display of how they would normally play. I think Liquid have just been able to find. They kind of get into that bully mode, you know, that a lot of tier 1 teams get into when they play.
It's a no respect sort of approach to the game.
Yeah, and it's so quick.
It's proper, you know. It's the way you're supposed to do it.
It gets so quick, so disoriented for NoChance to set up a defense. You don't really have time to react, and everything gets exaggerated significantly.
Well, exaggerations as you will. It's only Elige with 1. Have the lineup with a sentry now. So Twist get a note. Doesn't matter. Nitro's there to back up his teammate, like a good teammate would. Stiko poking his head through just enough for the auto shotty, the boom cannon itself, to do what it needed to do.
So they had rev control and bomb.
And then they backtracked. They second-guessed themselves.
Yeah, and didn't really pan out.
15-2, and with all the money Twist just cashed in on. The lights.
I mean, it's light at the end of the tunnel for Liquid, I guess. And it's more lights out for NoChance.
True.
They don't really have too much to go off of into this round. Thomas with another MAC-10. Pistols galore, a little bit of utility on the side of NoChance, but they've got quite the mountain to climb here. Twist is going to hold on to that alligator. See what it can do for him. Makalele drops down into vent. Taking a page out of Liquid's book.
Ouch.
All right, he's getting aggressive.
Yep, Elige really a little overzealous there, kind of looking to end this one right away. It does leave his team in a deficit by 1.
With a pistol.
Oh, it's 2K with the auto shotty, pushing from ramp, and it's going to be Nitro with the M4 to support on the other side of the map. Quite a bit of noise there from NoChance. Stewie hears all of this.
Well, they expect Stiko, though, to kind of hang around at that angle. Surprising, Stewie's actually falling back. This is not what we saw versus Spirit.
Bit uncharacteristic, I will admit. But if somehow, some way, Liquid were to lose now, God. Not real sure what to say about that one.
Yeah.
Don't think it's going to happen. Stu K, though.
Don't put that thought into your head.
The timing having not worked out for him or Stico to find the frag, except for now. Whoa. Just kidding. There's your timing play.
Oh, brings it back to 2v2 at the very least. No weapons picked up on the side of NoChance from all of this. Well, to be fair, I guess there weren't really too many weapons in play on the side of Liquid either. Naf ran into Squeaky with a 5-7.
Yeah. 2v2. Last round potentially here for NoChance in the GG.Bet Cologne Invitational. This is an elimination match. You've missed the first map if you just tuned in. Shotgun just making a ruckus here in the upper site. Stu peeking.
While reloading.
Yeah, in the time, though, they've forced at least a plant here. Nitro, what can you do, buddy? Both players on NoChance are really low, 25 HP and 54 respectively. Nitro's got what he needs. He's got the kit. He's got the smoke. Could really just toy with him. He does have a hunch now as to where they might be playing. He's going to smoke off Hut, flash towards Squeaky. He's going to tap the bomb, then back off of it. They don't know this, though. They push through. It's going to be Makalele that gets punished right away.
Bomb's not planted for Zen here.
Oh, boy. Almost a blunder. You have to wonder how close that was. We will never know.
Yeah, if Nitro didn't have such a thick behind, Zen might have not have gotten that kill.
Yeah, I guess.
There you go. Third round on the board for NoChance, as barely as it gets. I don't think Nitro was too far off that from that defuse.
That had to have been real close, man.
Yeah. Well, there we have it. That said, though, decent amount of money left on. Well, there was a decent amount of left on some of the Liquid members. Twist, obviously, having used that alligator, but this seems like I don't know what to make of this buy if you're Liquid. It's just you just going through the motions, thinking to yourself like eventually we'll get around.
Please not like that, because I feel
we've been down that path before.
A lot of the Liquid fan base has been down that path before, and you know that's just not a feels good, man. It's whatever the opposite of that would be. Do you have any idea? I'm not real versed entirely on Twitch lingo. I just know a few of the buzzwords.
When in doubt, Monka S.
There you go.
Well, Twist seems to have an inkling that somebody might be in heaven. Does find the timing as well eventually. Takes a bit of damage, though. Stewie chased away from Hell. Back into ramp room. Bob's still kind of isolated from everyone else on the side of NoChance out. Oh, Crystal saving his teammate's bacon.
1v4 for young Stewart. Just wants to farm himself from that sweet, sweet cash with this auto shotgun that he does have in hand. He only has 30 HP and no kit, so isn't a whole lot that he was going to get done in this round. But exit kills could be on the cards.
Kind of needs the cash as well.
Don't call it a comeback.
Well, NoChance you're definitely going to get a fourth round on the board. That is for sure. And Thomas is even going to find Stewie. And not a whole lot of money left on the side of Liquid after buying up into that.
They need to get their money right.
Yeah. Naf just doing a small amount of investment. He probably wants that off. We saw that versus Spirit as well. That's why he's a little bit ahead of the rest of the team. Also buys a ZZ. But yeah, you'd hope to see that Liquid aren't going to chance it with low-end buys from start to finish here. Actually just give themselves the time that they need to get a proper buy, all the utility, full works, the 7-course dinner.
All the fixins. Fixins.
Tomato, the lettuce.
Oh, not all that.
So they have found one kill at least onto Thomas, but not before he took down 2. And they haven't really retrieved the gun just yet.
Stewie with a nice kill there on the Zen. Eagle, and so is Naf with the CZ. Now look at that. That's created an interesting dilemma. Naf and Twist 1v2 against Stico. He finds the first one, but really low. If Naf just spams in the right location, he only has 1 bullet left in the magazine. He has to reload. Now he switches off to the CZ. Goes for the spam, just barely getting away with it right there. This one has turned out to be real close. The fight here in upper, and the fight for the tournament life of NoChance. The bomb will be planted. This is neck and neck. 5 HP on Stico, 38 on NAF. Split screen will come in at the exact right moment.
I feel like NAF is just going to wait out the smoke. He doesn't want to deal with the potential of Stico sneaking through. Oh, it spots the leg.
So GG's exchanged, NT's as well. It's going to be an easy defuse for the side of Liquid, a 16th, and it's going to be 16-4 here to round out this series completely. Liquid looking a lot less shaky here on Nuke.
Yeah.
Didn't really flub this one like they did earlier, so now that's that. They get to stay alive in this tournament. NoChance are out. We're going to get to see these teams go at it again.
Yeah, we definitely do so. I mean, they have to take one extra step before they can make it through to the bracket. Sprout already securing that spot into semifinals. Liquid, they have to wait to find out who their opponent's going to be tomorrow, really, because that's when we go through Group B. Obviously, we have a fair, solid, lineup of teams there as well. It's Hellraisers, it's Movie Star Riders. We got Force standing in for Wendigo as well, to name a few. And I think the last one is G2, right?
Yep, G2. So here's how the matches pan out tomorrow. Liquid win that. There are no A group matches tomorrow. It's going to be Hellraisers versus Fours as the initial BO1. This is going to be G2 versus Movie Star Riders. What is your take on that one right away?
Again, going into it, you'd have to assume that Hellraisers, G2, probably favorites of the group initially. Force obviously coming in very late because Wendigo couldn't find a way to play their matches from Portugal.
Right.
But, I mean, Movie Star Riders have been tearing it apart in MDL. But the problem is they haven't been able to translate their form from, well, that stage into other tournaments.
Right. Well, we will have those matches tomorrow.
Yeah.
And I do believe that does it for us from here.
But first, we got some standings.
Yeah, let's run you through the brackets so that you're caught up to speed completely. In case we didn't paint a good enough picture, we've actually got our Crayolas out to kind of draw you a picture as it stands. And speaking of the stands, here are the standings. Sprout having secured the easier path on into the playoffs. Liquid taking a little bit harder of a route. This is Group A. Tomorrow we'll kick off Group B.
Yeah, and Liquid will then figure out who they're bound to play eventually. That's going to be whoever wins the elimination match, pretty much, the best-of-3 elimination series tomorrow. So do you have any inkling who you think it's going to be? G2, Hellraisers, or pretty open group?
I don't want to spoil anything, Halvor.
Oh, you don't want to
run
off the script. That's fair enough.
What I want to do is stick true to the simulation and in the broadcast right here. I want to thank you all for watching today. We're going to be back tomorrow. We got Group B kicking off here. We're going to be sending a team on into ESL ONE Cologne. This is GG.Bet Invitational, so make sure you're back with us tomorrow when we come back with some more Counter-Strike.